if you're going to residency training now, will you give up vlogging? I said, yeah, I'm willing to give up vlogging.
Nasabi mo pala
Yeah.
yun. Nasabi mo pala yun.
Yeah, nasabi ko, I'm willing to give up. It was a decision that we really didn't regret.
Buenos dias, guys!
I'm Dr. Jobel Santos.
I'm Dr. Gerard Santos.
We're medical doctors and
content
content creators,
creators.
and our channel is all about love,
Career and lifestyle. It's been a long time since last time nag-vlog.
Wala tayong vlog for February. Ano naman yung love month. Sobrang tagal and sobrang daming comments now from all of our subscribers asking kung kailan pa nag-vlog.
And I think our subscribers deserve an explanation kung bakit ang tagal na natin hindi nag-vlog. Siguro namimiss na nila tayo.
Parang ever since kasi after the house construction journey, parang everything was a blur kasi we really wasn't sure of what's going to happen this year.
Yeah.
So we took it one step at a time and we decided not to make it public muna until we're very sure about our decisions kasi papalit-palit talaga.
So, diba, natapos na natin ang house construction, our wedding, and right now, our next goal is our career development. And yun, after natin sa house, bigla kaming lumipat dito sa Metro Manila. And so, kaya yun na, ang tagal namin hindi nag-vlog because we're still adjusting at this moment. Diba?
Yes, it's a new journey, a new place, new family. So, sobrang kailangan pa naming mag-adjust.
She's already taking up dermatology residency training.
Yes.
And ako rin, I'm starting my training in cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, so it's very far from what we planned
Initially.
it to be. And sobrang bilis ng pangyayari because it was just last year that we decided to pursue on this specialty.
Ang tagal namin nag-moonlight. Like ako for 3 years, almost 4 years na. And it's Jobel 2 years.
And yung moonlighting kasi, it's like after board exam per you're not taking any specialty training yet. So parang
Earn lang muna.
yeah, like iba-ibang hospitals and at your own pace. So,
and it's the time na you'll find kung anong field or department na gusto mo.
yes, and we're very grateful that we decided to take on that route instead of pursuing a specialty training immediately because it was during that moment that we realized what we really wanted and what really God wanted for the both of us.
Nung pumunta tayo dito ng Manila, tsaka natin na-discover. So I was introduced sa aesthetic medicine. Nag-train ako, but then I felt na I can do more than non-surgical procedures. So na-feel ko, teka, kailangan ko munang pumasok ng cosmetic surgery.
Yes.
And si Jobel ayaw pa niya hindi lang sa ayaw, hindi pa niya na-discover na gusto pala niya ng dermatology last time. Kasi ang gusto talaga ni Jobel initially is neurology.
Yes, as you can remember from all of the previous videos, yung mga interviews namin, sinasabi ko talaga neurology yung gusto ko and I was very sure about it before. Parang it was my will for myself because I feel like isa siya sa mga pinakamahirap, isa siya sa mga pinaka-stressful and I wanted that kind of challenge. I grew up with pressure and I really shine on pressure pero things happen.
Kasi in choosing your life path or your career path, may reason talaga kung bakit gusto mo yun. So ano lang yung sagot na mabigay mo kung bakit gusto mo ng neurology?
Like everyone was asking, si Miss Gerard Santos even asked me, yung sa mga interviews natin before, they would ask me, why neurology? And I would ask, prestige. Kasi it's so difficult nga and only a few number of doctors are neurologists and would specialize in that field. Sobrang hirap makapasok, sobrang hirap maka-survive. But if I am to look back on what I really am, I wouldn't shine as much. It's too theoretical and it's too scientific na parang I cannot express the artistic side of me.
Yeah. Lalo in medicine kasi, always gusto ng mga students yung mga big departments, di ba? I want to be a surgeon, I want to be an internist cardiologist.
And I think
parang nasa side pa lang siya pero hindi pa natin nare-realize na nandun pa yung interest natin.
And I think one of the reasons kung bakit hindi natin na-consider yung specialty na to before was because of the fact that we weren't exposed to it.
Yeah.
Diba? Wala
namang rotation sa dermatology, diba? Wala namang rotation sa aesthetic medicine or sa cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, so we weren't exposed to it. We really didn't know what it was all about and all I thought na pa-beauty lang siya. So there was a wrong connotation on the specialty that we're both specializing in now. Nung na-expose tayo sa world na yun, we were able to meet a lot of people who were specializing in that specialty. Parang na-excite tayo because
kasi feeling natin na ito yung gusto natin eh. Parang it aligned with our personalities.
yeah. So ngayon, let's share to them how we were able to come up with this decision.
Yeah.
Kasi it was a decision that we really didn't regret at all. Okay.
Why
so,
dermatology?
Before I decided on pursuing this specialty, I listed down a lot of things that I have to consider. So first is yung internal factors. So I really reflected on myself and then I looked back on ano yung mga na-experience ko before and I weighed the pros and cons of all of the things. So I considered first yung internal factor is yung interest ko. Looking back, no, ano ba yung mga nagustuhan ko talagang gawin ever since? Personally, my interest was diagnosing a certain illness. So I really wanted piecing all the puzzle together.
Yeah. It's like being a doctor talaga. Like history and physical examination and putting it all together to come up with a diagnosis. So parang internal medicine, but specific on dermatology.
Yeah, kasi before I considered internal medicine kasi I wanted to diagnose. I wanted yung parang pag nakikita ko yung clinical eye on pag nakita ko yung tao, ay ito meron siyang ganito. But internal medicine was, for me, ngayon looking back, parang it was too stressful for my liking. So, dermatology offered that kind of fulfillment fulfillment in diagnosing and a lot of things na hindi ko makukuha in other specialties. Kasi like for derma, it's a mix of internal medicine kasi you diagnose. There's a bit of surgery because we do surgical procedures and there's a bit of pathology because after we biopsy, we're the ones who look under the microscope and diagnose kung anong sakit talaga niya based on the histopathology of...
And also aesthetics.
Yeah, so parang ano siya, a mix of everything. So it's a mix of pathological, mga diseases, and a mix of aesthetics.
Yeah. Actually before, gusto ko talaga maging surgeon. Yung ano pa nga ng internship namin, I was awarded as the best intern sa surgery. I must admit that time, I wasn't the smartest, pero pinakita ko yung interest ko in my love for surgery. But then ako rin yung may personality na I don't want stress na super taas. Sanay ako na comfortable at my pace. Even though I love surgery, but the pressure itself na para sa akin, ayoko ng ganung lifestyle. So I need to find the right path for me na yung lahat ng qualities, lahat ng anong gusto namin sa life is ma-put into one career. Tsaka ang training kasi, you're gonna do it for the rest of your life. So you should consider talaga kung anong gusto mong gawin. Dahil kung hindi mo naman gusto parang masyado siyang mabigat.
Yeah.
And eventually, mag-quit ka lang din dahil parang hindi mo na siya nakikitang gawin for a long time.
And I think there's a wrong connotation among doctors na sinasabi nila, training lang yan, it will just last for 3 to 4 years. After that, wala nang hirap. Actually, sa training, that's a glimpse of what you're gonna do
for the rest of
your life. So if you're not going to enjoy residency training, well, basically, baka hindi nyo rin may enjoy.
Baka magbe-business na lang ko after.
Yeah, baka hindi nyo rin may enjoy yung specialty na napili nyo.
True.
Which brings us to our second point, which is yung lifestyle.
Yeah.
Kasi being a doctor would really require you to be awake 24 hours.
True.
And be ready to respond to different emergency situations. Kasi feel ko, if I will be in a different specialty that will have a lot of emergency cases, parang madaming things na mawawala sa akin. Kung hindi natin ipaprioritize yung career natin, it may mean the death of someone's father, someone's mother. So we really have to be 100% focused on our work.
And it will give our patients the impression na ay, huwag tayo dyan kasi pa-vlog-vlog lang yun sila Parang pa-enjoy lang yun sila.
Actually,
parang hindi sila reliable or baka kapag kung emergency hindi sila pupunta.
Baka kung magsa-story tayo or someplace else, tapos tinawagan tayo na meron tayong pasyente sa emergency room, tapos hindi tayo pumunta agad, pero nakita yung story
Story.
natin or yung post natin na andun tayo, parang
Nagpa-party.
it will
ganun.
give an impression na parang, oh my gosh, hindi siya seryoso sa work niya.
Yeah.
Tapos yung
Kahit naman gagawin mong lahat for your job, pero
Yeah.
kung makita nila, may impression pa rin talaga.
parang nakaka-off. So I think with the kind of lifestyle that we have, we didn't have to change part of ourselves to suit what specialty we are pursuing ngayon. Parang we can integrate all of our hobbies and
Yeah.
of all of our passion and
True.
what we love to do to this specialty that we chose. Which brings us to our third point, yung hobbies and interests.
Yeah.
Kasi you always have to look back, ano ba yung mga gusto mong gawin
Yeah.
outside the hospital.
Iba kasi kapag interest mo talaga or you love what you're doing. Kasi kahit gaano siya kahirap, gagawin mo talaga kahit sobrang pagod ka na.
Yeah.
Dahil nag-enjoy ka and you want to develop it constantly.
I remember yung isang interview natin. They asked us, if you're going to residency training now, will you give up vlogging? That was the question and I said, yeah, I'm willing to give up vlogging. Kasi when I start residency training, yun talaga yung focus ko. Pero I didn't realize at that time, why will you stop doing what you really want to do and what you enjoy? If gagawin mo yun, will it be worth it? Yung parang you pursue another kind of life for the path that you chose. Parang ganon. Parang with the kind of specialty kasi that we're pursuing now, we can still continue this. We don't have to change our hobbies and we don't have to change the things that we usually do. We don't have to let go of our passion and the things that we enjoy doing.
In the field of aesthetics or cosmetics or dermatology, advantages yung pagiging visible sa social media. Diba? Diyan nakukuha ng mga future clients mo or patients mo yung knowledge na anong hinahanap nila. Doon ka nila madidiscover. So, advantage yun for us na nakapag-establish tayo somehow ng following sa social media. Sabi nga namin you need to find the middle ground in where you're good at, kung saan ka interested. I think that's the best field for us.
And, of course, yung priorities.
Yes.
Kasi in choosing your specialty or kahit your career in general, you have to know priority mo ba yung work mo. Like parang kung may tatawag sa'yo in the middle of the night, you really have to go to the hospital. Then there are some specialties that don't have much of emergencies. Like yung sa amin, there are only a number of dermatologic emergencies. And yung sa cosmetic, wala naman. Elective lang naman.
Yeah.
Kasi yung first priority mo, like time
for family, time for myself.
Time for your work. So that's time. Second would be, will you prioritize money? Kasi there are some specialties that are very lucrative and there are some specialties that are not.
But even though lucrative sila, you have to sacrifice a lot of things.
Kasi,
money is not everything talaga,
yeah.
guys. Like for us, during our moonlighting days, di ba? Nakapag-ipon talaga tayo doon. Actually, malaki talaga siya compared to anong nakukuha ko ngayon in training or nakukuha ko in training ngayon. But we still sacrifice it for this new journey dahil kahit malaki yung nakukuha naming income or pay, hindi pa rin kami fulfilled hindi kami masaya.
Kasi another priority would be growth. And I think yun yung pinaka-importante for me.
Yeah.
Kung gusto lang namin yung pera lang, we could have stayed in moonlighting kasi it gives you time, it gives you the financial reward that you need, but isa lang yung wala, yung growth.
Ngayon napag-usapan natin internal factors. So ngayon external naman. So ano yung mga external
yung
factors?
Yung external naman, we consider this specialty kasi we wanted to specialize in a medical specialty that is not that common in our province. Kasi in choosing your specialty, you have to take note of ano ba yung wala sa province nyo, or ano ba yung kulang. Kasi if there is an influx of that specialty in your area, then baka saturated na masyado and you'll have a hard time building your private practice. Especially if mag-work ka in a province na may mga training institutions na having that specialty.
Yeah. And in our place sa Zamboanga City, dalawa pa lang ang ano dun, di ba? Ang derma.
Yeah.
So, kailangan talaga ng more, ng bago.
Yung sa'yo, kasi cosmetic surgeon, isa lang.
Sa amin isa lang. So, ako nang susunod. And right now, yung kasagsagan ng pandemic, di ba? Diyan lang natin na-realize na open na palang mga tao into cosmetic surgeries. Willing na sila na magpa-enhance ng kanilang looks. Ako mismo gusto ko rin gawin sa self ko or magpagawa sa cosmetic surgeon kung afford ko naman and willing naman ako to boost my confidence.
So basically, there is a high demand but low supply of service providers.
Law of supply and demand ng demand.
Yeah. So, sa province namin, wala masyadong trained na doctors in dermatology and cosmetic surgery. And walang anyone na tandem na ganon. The second external factor that we took into consideration is, meron bang training institution that offers that kind of specialization in our area? So, in our province, wala talaga.
Marami talagang internal medicine, medical surgery sa public hospital, pero dermatology wala eh. But in the Philippines, there are only a few training institutions that
offer legit
dermatology
training that is accredited by PTS. So, sa province natin, may tertiary institutions that have residency training. Pero kahit tertiary institution siya, walang department or section of dermatology kasi wala naman talagang mga consultants enough to train young generations of doctors. So, yun. And siguro one of the cons of choosing a specialty na walang training institution sa probinsya is that you have to go out of
your comfort zone.
Yes,
of your city.
And you have to go out and masyado siyang hassle, masyado siyang...
Di naman hassle, masyado siyang expensive, costly in a sense, but we're grateful na very supportive ang parents namin. Because without them, siguro, andun pa rin kami sa city or nag-work pa rin kami sa province, sustain this.
Yeah, and parang you really have to do everything by yourself kasi you have to go to another city just to train. Pero yung pros naman is that since walang training institution sa province na yon, after your training, it will mean na wala masyadong competition. Kasi if meron ng ganun na training institution in your province or in your city, then there will be a lot of doctors going into that specialty. And at the end of the day, sa private practice, masyado kayong madami, masyadong saturated.
Yeah.
So, kung okay lang naman yun sa inyo, then no problem with that.
Yeah.
Diba? I think this is the best advice then for those of you who are still deciding on what specialty to choose or what career path to choose in general. Kahit non-doctors naman nakaka-relate dito.
Yeah.
So for the younger generation who are still trying to figure their way or trying to choose kung ano yung career of choice nila, you can actually use this diagram. So the first thing that you have to consider is what you love. So we already discussed this. And then second, what you are good at. Kasi syempre hindi naman enough na gustong-gusto mo siya gawin pero you're not good at it. Diba? So third is what you can be paid for. Kasi I think hindi din
practicality wise.
Kasi parang ang hirap naman na ginagawa mo siya for free. Kasi at the end of the day, kailangan mong i-sustain kung ano yung ginagawa mo. And you have to feed your families din. So, importante din yun. And then, what the world needs. Kasi if wala namang demand for it, why will you do it?
Yeah.
Wala namang may gusto nun. What you love and what you are good at translates to your passion. And then, what you can be paid for and what you are good at translates to profession. And then, what the world needs and what you can be paid for translate to your vocation.
And
lastly, what you love and what the world needs pertains to your mission. And at the center of it all is Ikigai.
It's a Japanese term meaning reason for being or purpose in life.
So, I think we found
our Ikigai.
Yes, we found our Ikigai. We found the purpose of why we're here.
Yeah.
So, for those of you watching who are still confused on what to take, which career path to pursue, I hope that this video helped you or guided you in the career that you would want to
pursue. Or the life that you want for yourself.
Yes. Basta isipin nyo lang talaga, at the end of the day, kaya nyo ba itong gawin for the rest of my life? And if ayaw nyo ng super stressful or ayaw nyo ng super chill, then look for that specialty or that career path that will give you what will really make you happy.
Yeah, and speaking of, then cosmetic surgery ako, I want to sell something that I myself would want to buy. So kaya I pursued cosmetic surgery because ako rin kung may chance rin na I can improve myself or my looks.
Anong ipapagawa mo?
So soon guys, magpapaano ako, blepharoplasty or yung double eyelid surgery because yung eyelid ko, it's asymmetric or hindi siya pantay. Mas lubog pa yung isang eye ko dito sa right side.
Okay.
And gusto ko talaga even before na magkaroon ng double eyelid kasi yun, paganda yun aesthetically yung mata ko. Hindi naman ako embarrassed to say this because I think open naman ang Philippines in the world to cosmetic surgery ngayon. Proud na nga mga tao nag-undergo sila.
Ibenta talaga kasi yun yung sa'yo, yun yung field mo.
Actually, it's the truth Dati, diba, kapag nagparetoke siya, diba,
Yeah,
parang
it's
pangit
something
yung,
off.
pangit siya Parang nagparetoke, parang chismis, marites agad.
Yeah.
Pero ngayon kapag nagpa-rhinoplasty, parang
Uy,
wow, ang
dami
daming pera.
pera.
Wow. So, I think it's the right time for me rin na kung anong gusto ko, magawa ko rin sa self ko. Anong gusto mo? Lipo? Gusto mo ng lipo? Pet mo na ba?
BBL.
Oo, gusto niyo paggawa ng puwet para hugis.
Kim Kardashian.
Sobra na rin yun. For your build. Siguro konting enhancement lang. Be the best version of yourself. And also, chin augmentation. Looking sideways, kung i-ano natin siya, i-align natin siya. Medyo retracted po yung aking mentum or aking chin.
Ano po yung papagawa?
So, retracted meaning palubog in line of my nose and my forehead. So, yun. So, kailangan ko siyang ipaprotrude pa harap. So, silicone implant siya. So, before I will do this to my patients, gusto ko rin siya ma-experience.
You wanted to feel what your future patients will feel.
Yeah, so I can relate with my patients. So, I can do it better as much as possible, pain-free.
Yes.
And we would also like for you guys, our supporters, our subscribers, followers to support us as a dermatologist and ako as cosmetic surgeon. Kapag may own page na kami, so sana i-support niyo pa rin guys. Follow us and like and subscribe and share.
Yes, and it will be an exciting journey kasi sasamahan nyo kami as we build our names and our career path from ground up.
And we'll also share our knowledge.
Parang mga information naman about cosmetic enhancements or about dermatologic procedures and whatnot. It will be based on evidence. And
Evidence-based.
it will be based on science. So yun, gagawa tayo ng page sa future and siguro separate channel. You have been with us in all of our journey from wedding,
Our house.
and all of our travels. And sinamahan nyo kami in all of those journeys. So
Yeah.
sa future, after our training, sasamahan namin kayo sa journey nyo naman.
And good thing ito yung napili naming career dahil matutuloy pa natin yung vlog.
Yes. So, sa future, pag may clinic na tayo, sila na yung bida sa ating channel.
Yeah, kayo na.
Yes, so it will be your journey and we will guide you through it. Let's make this world a beautiful place.
Yeah. So, see you guys again in our next vlog.
Está cuidado!
My youth is yours, you're so loud, you can't ignore my youth, my youth.